Yeah, definitely a good job there from the Worm team taking that first round. Pandrum, Peta, Zab. I did comment when you're off for your milk and cookies that they all have the same avatar, so unity through strength and all that jazz. I mean, we do have the level 24s and 22s against a pure team of the 23s. I do like the way the axes look. We're going to go here to Well of Surgen for the second game with Worm team leading 1-0, and Zab apparently does not like this map whatsoever. So in terms of the teams, again, no lineup here for, no difference in the lineup here for the Warm team, no difference in the lineup here for the Cold. So yeah, round 2 about to start, and these are, just remind me again, semifinals, losers semifinals?
Losers semifinals. Losers semifinals.
Thank you very much, sir. I mean, all these great games, I just can't label them all in my head yet. I gotta process them a little bit later. But Execute is gonna lead off this game. Zab gonna be doing that. So many big words coming out here to the screen, but overall, really, the health pools didn't change that much. Another Execute going down onto Musashi. So right now Zab's 2 for 2, gets pulled in, rocket jumps back out, and ooh, this might have actually led to something good because Musashi goes down very quickly. Pandrum did not let him get out of that at all. We do have a swap here from Lona trying to get out, but we do have the Angel Wings on Peta, and that's going to be a very quick round 1.
Yeah, I would say that was pretty quick. And it's funny to see Pandrum use the EX lunge, which actually does a significant blind, as well as it gives him a bit more mobility because he passes through targets as he lunges through them. And you know, Musashi, as a nomad, he relies on being able to dodge with his high move speed, as well as to hit his X strikes, which, you know, can be very lethal. But he was just blinded the whole time, pretty much, you know, and he's just being shut down, doesn't know where anybody is, and, you know, using Wind Strike inappropriately right there, just thinking Pandrum was going to get on him. So, you know, blinds are a very huge part of this game, and I like what Pandrum's doing here. He's being, like, pretty sneaky, changing targets, not just, you know, trying to focus on one, and throwing out toxin bombs left and right, maybe, you know, like, scouting around the corner. Not going to happen, though. He's not going to get any kind of real damage off, but now Lana's in the corner, and good dodge of that X-Strike for the most part. He's going to run back towards his teammate, playing very wisely. He doesn't want to get caught by Rambi and Musashi while trying to go for Lana with that camo. Sometimes you just have to back off and do what you need, and look at that, rockets coming out, and Rambi got hit by about 2 or 3 of them, some of them hitting only the AoE, but Peta here looking full force with those Guardian Wings, but pushed back by Musashi's X-Drag, as well as Rambi throwing the Fungal Spores, so nothing really came out of that ultimate. Not a very good capitalization of it. Whoops, sorry, I'm hiccuping now, as it looks like Lana getting a one-on-one fight with Pandrum, and Musashi just trying to come back to his healer. You know, Zab was trying to do maybe a little bit too much work, and 35 damage, got mitigated a little bit by the heals, and what happened there? Rambi used his ultimate, and Pandrum definitely got stuck in it for a little bit, and, you know, Fungal Spores came out afterwards, finished him off, so great play right there. Rambi, you know, doing work off on the side that I didn't even notice, and, you know, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but this is an action-packed game. You know, got guys flying off on the left doing stuff, got guys on the right, you know, fighting each other, and sometimes it's just hard to capture it all, so what can I say?
Great moves coming out from both teams. I really enjoyed how Peta there used other side, completely negated Musashi's ultimate there at the end, but 859 healing on Lona and 700 damage coming out of Musashi. So Cold Team ties up the series of this best of 5 right now. So we are waiting for the top team here to take the first. Zab's going to rocket jump in, trying to get off that Execute, but unfortunately I do think that the Cold Team has learned their lesson in that regard, and they're not going to be letting that land at all. So both teams are kind of going back and forth. Rambi's up in a corner, not too sure why. Zab's going to be using that stealth of his, lands the Execute there on Musashi. Lona's off in the corner, however, way far away from both Rambi, kind of closer to Musashi. They've now clumped up again, but really you don't want to be caught separated like that. Oh, look at this, the grab on Peta just brings her in, so much damage going down, and this could actually be very, very bad for the Worm team, as Peta is just forced basically to get right out, heal herself, and while that was happening, Pandrum gets triple focus down, and this is not going to be looking good at all for the Worm team. We use the other side there on Rambi just so that we can keep on him. The dead roots come out, but Peta is going to use her own other side to get out of it as well. Negates a lot of damage there. Zab, unfortunately, is going to have to really do his best off in the corner there. Not Execute, sure, fine, it'll hit Rambi, but you're standing still so long that it just lined up a lot of damage to go there. So 2-1 now for Cold Team.
Yeah, and like we keep saying, the pulls from Thorn If they hit, it's going to screw you up. It's going to force mistakes, especially with Musashi just waiting for it, priming that X strike just to hit as soon as you're pulled. You know, they have that team coordination and synergy down, and uh-oh, they predicted where Zab was. Good other side, though. That's going to, you know, make sure he gets out of the fight. And Rambi thinking about going in. Nope, rocket jump is used. He's actually going to pull Peta instead. And look at that X strike right afterwards. And he's already down to 20% HP. Spell lock and other stuff not doing as much as it needs to. Peta again getting pulled, and boom, he goes down. You have to dodge pulls. I don't know what else to say, but that is what needs to happen. So, you know, look at this. Like, all the new players who think Thorn is OP, we have seen teams deal with him. But once those pulls happen, it's game over. And that is evidence right here, even in the losers semifinals. Like, absolutely monstrous what you can do with the Thorn pull, because it forces you to use your space. And if he gets it off twice in a row, like, it's over.
Pandrum giving out some good team advice there. Don't get dragged. That's as he said, it's a good way to go. I had a very big urge when you said boom. I was like, boom, headshot. It's like, well, maybe for the gunner, but nobody else here really deserves a boom headshot. So that's going to be that. I need to hit the play again button. So that's going to force us now to the third game, right? Because we did have the first team, Ham.
Ham, no idea.
Yeah.
H-A-E-M, no idea. I don't know why it's spelled that way, but I guess I'll never know.
Yeah. Well, we could ask them, but I think they're actually more interested in playing a game. So Citadel of Amma coming up, I think, unless that's the right name. Yeah, Citadel of Amma coming up. It's 1-1, Ham and Cold War. No, Ham and Defcom.
Yes, Defcon. There you go. You got it this time.
I'm slowly getting it all straight in my head. But yeah, I mean, semifinals, and we're into the second of the tiebreaker games that we've had today. Everything else has been 2-0, so I'm very excited.
And who wouldn't be? And like, you know, this tournament has been going on for what, 3 hours 20 minutes. It's been moving along quite smoothly, but you know, we still have the losers finals after and the grand finals after that. So you know, you gotta stay tuned. Don't leave yet. Don't leave your chair. Maybe, you know, get up in between breaks, in between games, as more intense action will happen. Hopefully, you know, me yelling at them last round, Pandrum and Peta will not get pulled, and we'll see how they change up their strategy this round. I want to just, you know, thank everybody for tuning in. Sorry, FourCourt, for scaring you right there. 751 viewers. I like to see the participation. You know, tell everybody else to come watch the stream. And a good spell lock right there. Only gets rid of fungal spores. Not sure how he was able to get mud walk out of that, but we'll just have to see what goes on. Zab looking for a nice execute, and oh, Lana, as soon as he came out of that mind transfer, he did get hit right there, and it's going to leave a nice opening for the Warm team. Pandrum missed his first jump, but he's going to try and maybe be sneaky. Going to get on to Musashi. Yeah, camouflage lasts for so long, and look at that combo damage. Zab was able to get a couple hits off in the meantime. Peta with the spiritual link, and look at this, rocket launchers coming out. Lana still way in the back, and he's got Musashi and Rambi all out on their own. Musashi just getting other side at the last second. Peta gonna just be healing up right here, gonna be keeping the defensive game going on, while Rambi trying to do what he can with those roots, not gonna hide in there for very long, but a good space out. Pandrum is gonna take out Lana right there, and Musashi, the only one left alive as the Nomad. Boom. Oh, well, Rambi's over there. I thought he was just hiding because he's a little weed.
He's more of a giant stump of a tree than a weed, but yeah, he's a thorn. He's a plant kind of guy, and
6.8 TPS. He's not a threat.
That's going to be the first game there for the Warm team. So Pandrum, Peta, Zab, you know, they like their ham, but we are going to have the round 2 coming up. We do have Zab jumping in here with the stealth. He's going to get off that execute. No, yes, okay, fine. He will get off the execute. I thought the incapacitate would have gotten out of the way there. It's not going to hit anyone. Rambi also charged up to the mid, so him and Musashi, we do get the whirlwind off, the tornado off onto Zab, but it's not really going to be having any kind of follow-up. Zab going to get off another set of executes. The mortar going down, so keeping Lona very blind. They are going to try to follow that up onto Rambi, but Peta, either she jumped in there or she got pulled. We're not too sure what, but we just saw a big 50 number going down here on Rambi, and Zab is just doing a lot of damage right now. We have Pandrum actually following up a little bit now on Rambi, and Rambi has to just back off a little bit. Musashi is going to come over here trying to get some big pressure going on to Peta, but right now we have big numbers going down. Lana is in there. Zab is actually getting pulled in. Pandrum jumped out of that. Rambi really does not want to leave Zab alone because he just wants to jump in, but who goes down? It is going to be Musashi and Rambi. Lona is going to be the lone one. The lone Pomp. Yeah. But
Lona, the lone wolf.
the Lone Ranger. But no, she's not going to be able to take pressure, especially with damage coming out of that. 490 damage on Zab and 420 on Pandrum. Very impressive numbers.
Very impressive indeed. Like, look at that. So much rocket launcher damage. 80. You know, just hit at least 4 rockets. And that just, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. You just did 80 damage. As well as Pandrum got a triple Venom Lunge onto Rambi, Musashi, and Lana. So that was absolutely massive because it does, you know, 10 damage upon hit, does like 12 damage in the interlude, and then it does a 25 pop, and that hit everybody. So, you know, hitting their ultimates very effectively, and a triple pull right there. Holy smokes. Rambi is being quite the Rambo, trying to take on everybody at the same time, but he gets penalized for 50% HP for doing so. But it looks like, you know, Peta right here gonna have to just use the EX space out. I like to see that on Psycho Pomps, and the Venom Lunge gonna pop on Musashi, do 25 damage, and the rocket launchers come out onto Rambi. Oh man, nice job by Zab right there, knowing that Lana could not go around the corner, could not get heals, could not line of sight to do the other side. You know, just use the rocket launchers for the right person at the right time. So good burst by the Worm team, a little bit of a misplay and out of position by Rambi over there, the Thorn for the Cold team. And that's going to be a 3v2. Musashi knows that, hey, they're probably healing over in the corner, and that was good by the Worm team. Just heal up, play it defensive, make sure that they're not getting a res off or anything. Just have one guy communicating. And right now, they're just going to finish this round up. So much better in terms of not getting hit by every pull. Yeah, they got pulled in the beginning, but, you know, the Cold team didn't really do much about it. So that is a 3-0, and it looks like Ham No Idea is going to advance. Definitely did a lot better this